Are you over 65? Then this video could save your life. Every morning, millions of seniors wake up and start their day with habits that feel normal, but may silently increase their stroke risk. Stroke is the second leading cause of death worldwide and the number one cause of long-term disability in people over 60. But what many don't realize is that strokes often happen in the early morning hours, right after waking up when the body is at its most vulnerable. Your blood is thicker. Your blood pressure spikes. And your heart is forced to go from 0 to 100 in seconds, while you're still shaking off sleep. This is when the danger is highest, and yet, most people are completely unaware. You might think you're doing the right thing, maybe you head straight to the kitchen, brew your coffee, or sit down for breakfast, or maybe you try to get the blood flowing with a walk or light stretch. But one of these common habits, something you've likely done for years without thinking, is actually pushing your body toward a stroke. And it doesn't always come with a warning. One moment you're standing at the sink, the next, your arm goes numb, your vision blurs, and everything changes. Forever. We're talking about a few small minutes that can decide the rest of your life. A single moment that can leave you unable to speak, to move, to live independently. If you've ever felt a strange dizziness in the morning, like your heart is pounding too fast, if you felt unusually weak or mentally foggy before breakfast, please, don't brush it off. That might not be just age. That might be your body trying to warn you. This silent threat hides in plain sight. And the scariest part? Almost no one is talking about it. But you're not powerless. In fact, some seniors are learning how to reverse this risk. And they're thriving, waking up with energy, clarity, and confidence, by doing just one simple thing differently each morning. You're not powerless. In fact, some seniors are learning how to reverse this risk, and they're thriving, waking up with energy, clarity, and confidence, by doing just one simple thing differently each morning. And here's the part that most people don't know, this change. It's not expensive. It's not complicated. And you don't need to be an expert, or even leave your home. You just need to understand what your body actually needs when it wakes up, and what it's been silently begging you for all along. I want you to picture someone, maybe you know them, 83 years old, walking briskly every morning, no walker, no cane, sharp as a tack, sleeping well, feeling young again. You might think, good genes, or they've been lucky. But many of these so-called superagers aren't lucky at all. They're just informed. They know what works. They know what to avoid. And most importantly, they've stopped making the quiet mistakes that sabotage their health before the day even begins. Sadly, over 90% of seniors have never been told this. Not because doctors don't care, but because a lot of the advice we're given is based on outdated science. Research from 20 or 30 years ago. But new findings, like those from the American Heart Association, are finally starting to shine light on the real dangers hiding in your morning routine. And they're not what you've been told. This isn't about genetics. This isn't about age. This is about what you do the moment you open your eyes, and what you don't do. Let's start with the first and perhaps most overlooked mistake. Number 1, skipping water first thing in the morning. Most people don't think twice about it. You get up, maybe hit the bathroom, maybe head straight for your coffee. But here's the truth, after 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Severely. You haven't had a drop of water all night. And as we age, our body's ability to retain hydration decreases. That means by the time you wake up, your blood is literally thicker. Stickier. Slower to move. And that's a serious problem, because thicker blood is much more likely to clot. And clotting is what causes strokes. One tiny blockage. One small clot that cuts off blood flow to the brain for just a few seconds, and your life is changed forever. According to research from Johns Hopkins University, even mild dehydration can increase blood viscosity in older adults. It also raises blood pressure and forces your heart to work harder, all at a time when your cardiovascular system is already under early morning stress. And here's the kicker, most people feel this without even realizing what it is. You wake up with a pounding heart. You feel shaky. You sit down because you're dizzy. You assume it's just age, or poor sleep, or low blood sugar. But often, it's simply dehydration. A warning signal. And it's one that's easy to fix. What can you do? Simple. Within 15 minutes of waking, drink a full glass of water. Not coffee. Not tea. Water. Plain and clean. Even better. Add a small pinch of Himalayan pink salt, not for flavor, but for electrolytes. Trace minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium help your cells absorb the water faster, rehydrate more effectively, and balance fluid levels in your blood. It may seem like a small change. But this one habit, just one glass of water, could dramatically lower your stroke risk. It takes less than a minute, and it might just save your life. Before you reach for that coffee mug, give your heart and brain what they truly need first. Water. Now, let's talk about the second silent mistake many people make, often with the best of intentions. You finish your morning routine, maybe you've even had your water. And now you think, it's time to get the blood flowing. Maybe you bundle up and head out for a walk. Maybe you start tidying up the house, bending, lifting, moving quickly to get things done. It feels productive. It feels responsible. After all, we've been told to stay active, to move more, to avoid being sedentary. And that's true, but not immediately after waking up. Because jumping straight into movement, especially if it's brisk or demanding, can shock the system, particularly in colder weather. It forces your heart to accelerate before it's ready. Your blood vessels are still constricted. Your circulation hasn't caught up. And this sudden jump can lead to a dangerous spike in blood pressure. And for some people, especially those with hidden heart issues or a history of high blood pressure, it can trigger arrhythmias. Irregular heart rhythms. The kind that don't always come with chest pain or warning signs, but can lead to dizziness, shortness of breath, or even worse. This is one of the biggest myths out there, get up and get going. Get your steps in right away. But your body, especially over 65, needs time. It needs to wake up gradually, not get jolted into action like an engine pushed from cold to full throttle. Think about it. When you first wake up, your blood pressure naturally rises, that's part of your circadian rhythm. Your muscles are stiff. Your joints are tight. Your nervous system is still transitioning from rest to alertness. Throw in cold air or quick motions, and you're stacking stress on top of stress. It's not about avoiding movement, it's about how you start. The fix is simple, but powerful. Before you even step out of bed, give your body a moment of respect. Start with 5 to 10 minutes of slow, gentle stretching. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Wiggle your fingers. Take a few deep, steady breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. This tells your body, it's time to wake up, without sending it into overdrive. When you do stand, sit up slowly. Let your feet touch the floor. Breathe again. Let your circulation catch up before you take those first steps. It sounds almost too simple. But this small act of kindness toward your body can help prevent blood pressure spikes, irregular heartbeats, and even fainting spells, especially for those with underlying cardiovascular issues, diagnosed or not. Your heart has worked hard for you all these years. Give it a softer start. Let it warm up, just like you would with a car on a cold morning. It doesn't need to go from zero to sprint mode. It just needs a chance to prepare. And once your body is ready, then yes, move. Walk. Stretch. Exercise. But do it from a place of strength and safety, not stress and strain. Now, even if you've hydrated properly, and even if you've eased your body into the day gently, there's still one more mistake that quietly sets the stage for stroke risk, and this one hides in plain sight, right on your breakfast plate. For decades, we've been taught that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it is. But what no one tells you is that the wrong kind of breakfast can do more harm than good, especially as we age. Let me paint the picture. You wake up, maybe you pour a bowl of cereal. Maybe you toast some bread, add jam or honey, pour a glass of orange juice. It's what many of us grew up with. It feels light, familiar, even comforting. But here's the problem. That classic breakfast is a metabolic disaster for seniors. And I don't say that lightly. Why? Because it's pure sugar, whether it tastes sweet or not. Toast, jam, cereal, juice, these are all high-carb foods that convert rapidly into glucose. And when that happens, your blood sugar spikes, hard. Now, for a younger body, that spike might just mean a bit of extra energy followed by a crash. But for those over 65, that blood sugar surge sets off a chain reaction, inflammation, oxidative stress, and blood vessel strain, all of which increase stroke risk significantly. Your blood vessels, especially as they age, become less elastic. They're more sensitive to stress. And when you pour sugar into the bloodstream first thing in the morning, you're forcing those vessels to expand and contract under pressure, over and over again. That wears them down. Makes them fragile. And that fragility is exactly what opens the door to stroke. Worse yet, the crash that follows the sugar spike can leave you dizzy, tired, irritable, even confused, all symptoms that many brush off as just getting older. But in reality, it's blood sugar whiplash. And it's dangerous. But there's a better way. And it's not about skipping breakfast, it's about flipping it. Instead of starting your day with sugar, start with protein. Protein doesn't spike your blood sugar. It fuels your muscles, supports your brain, and keeps you fuller for longer. It stabilizes your energy, improves balance, and helps your body repair and rebuild, something we all need more of as we age. What does that look like? Simple. A couple of eggs, boiled, scrambled, however you like them. Or a bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt with some berries. Or a smoothie with spinach, a handful of nuts, and a scoop of collagen or plant-based protein powder. Nothing fancy. Just real, steady fuel. And if you want something warm and comforting, try oats with added chia seeds, ground flax, or a spoonful of almond butter for protein and healthy fats. You'll still enjoy breakfast, but without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. This one shift, a protein-rich breakfast, can help you stabilize your entire metabolic rhythm for the day. It protects your blood vessels. It calms inflammation. And over time, it may even help you lower cholesterol, lose belly fat, and sharpen your thinking. Because your breakfast isn't just food. It's information. It tells your body how to behave for the rest of the day. Give it the right message. So let's bring it all together, because I know we've covered a lot. If you truly want to lower your stroke risk, wake up feeling more energized, and protect that sharp mind of yours for years to come, it starts with just one small change tomorrow morning. Before anything else, drink a full glass of water. It's not just refreshing, it's life-saving. It thins your blood, eases pressure on your heart, and gets your system moving. Then, give your body a gentle start. Don't rush. Don't leap out of bed. Stretch. Breathe. Wake your body up the way it deserves, slowly and kindly. Especially if you've been lying still all night. And when you sit down for breakfast, choose real nourishment. Skip the sugary cereals and toast. Go for protein. Something that stabilizes you instead of spiking you. Eggs. Yogurt. A smoothie. Something simple, but strong. You don't need to change everything at once. In fact, it's better if you don't. Pick just one of these tomorrow. Then another the day after. Before you know it, your mornings become your medicine. Your routine becomes your protection. Your body starts to thank you in ways you'll feel: more energy, clearer thinking, steadier moods. These tweaks may seem small, but over time, they can shift the course of your health entirely. Because aging doesn't mean decline. Not for you. Not here. Not on Thriving Age Tip. Look, getting older doesn't mean giving up your independence. It doesn't mean surrendering to fear or waiting for something bad to happen. It just means we need to be a little smarter, a little more intentional, with the way we care for ourselves. Because the truth is, your body is still listening. It's still adapting. It's still fighting for you every single day. All it needs is the right support. Maybe you've already seen signs: mornings where you feel off balance, extra tired, or just not yourself. Or maybe everything seems fine, and you're thinking, this doesn't apply to me. But strokes are silent. They don't always announce themselves with a warning. And the habits we ignore today could be the tipping point tomorrow. So I want you to really think, which of these habits surprised you the most? Was it the water? The sugar-heavy breakfasts? The idea that stretching could protect your heart? And be honest, do you know someone who still starts their morning the wrong way? Someone you care about? Maybe a friend, a spouse, a sibling, maybe even you. Let us know in the comments. Share your thoughts. Share your story. Tell us where you're watching from. We love hearing from people all over the world who are choosing to age with power, with purpose, and with pride. Because you're not alone in this. And you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. If you're serious about staying strong, sharp, and stroke-free well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond, then take a second now to tap that like button, and hit subscribe to join this community of thriving minds. Here on Thriving Age Tip, we don't settle for survival. We aim for vitality. And every video we share is designed to help you do just that, with science, heart, and a deep respect for the life you've already lived. Because age is not the end of your story, it's just the start of a new chapter. One where you're still in charge. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay strong, stay wise, and keep thriving.